Okay, this is 5. Wow. Yeah. You're only here for a little while with your man-made laws. But God is forever. And God got places for us after we die that last forever because he breathed into us and we became a living soul. His breath, he breathed into us and we became a living soul. And when that breath is drawn out of us, that soul is going to live on and on because it's God's. It's going to live one way or another. It's going to live in heavenly peace, or it's going to live in hellish. Ooh. People say, well, why would God do that? Well, he said, choose ye today who you will serve. And I guess a lot of people say, well, I'm going to serve this. I'm going to serve that. But then they don't think about it. Look at the, oh yeah, now before I forget, let me tell you. The Gentile, you know, I used to give the Gentile people, or I guess after I found out they were Amorites, I used to give them the benefit of the doubt because I really thought that what they did is that they taught us about Jesus. But then I go to the 8th chapter of Acts, and I found out that there was an Ethiopian eunuch that was Candace's driver and her I guess you would say a valet. And he was baptized by Philip. Right, he was baptized. He said, there's water, can I be baptized? And then when Philip left, they separated. He went to Africa throughout the regions of what is known as Africa, Asia Minor, and preached the gospel. So he preached Jesus even before Paul was converted, because Paul was firing up Saul was firing up the Hebrews because he wanted them to stay in the Mosaic law. And he thought he was doing a big deal until God said, okay, all right, I'll show you a new way. And he did. Made him blind and sent him to Ananias' house. And Paul, when he woke up, he was the new man because he even had visions. Paul had visions. There was a book that Paul had a vision while he was in there, in that state. And what he seen was very, very woo. It was real. I think it's in a book called The Vision of Paul. But a lot of those books, they looked and what was the name of this thing? But anyway, you know, and hey, let's face it, the scriptures were real. They're real. They were given to us. Now, I think some of the more original, I think some of the really old Bibles, which, you know, before the King James, I think the Gutenberg Bible and all of that, you can't buy these Bibles. They made these Bibles, they made them to be collector's items or something. In other words, you can't buy them unless you got a whole lot of money, because I think some of those Bibles cost $5,000 or maybe more. So you see, they are supposed, hey, but what we got, these 66 books, we got the truth. But we don't have the whole truth because it's in them other books. It's in the other books that were there and all of that, you know? But I'm going to tell you something. All that stuff is going to come back to us on Judgment Day. Because, hey, I'm going to be there before my judge by myself. And if I'm wrong, with what I said. God is going to tell me, well, listen, you was wrong, man. You was wrong, boy. You're wrong, my ex-cotton picker. You're wrong. It wasn't like you said it was. But I believe he showed me this. And I ain't going to believe that I didn't make it until I find out that, hey, he going to tell me, hey, I know you're not. And I ain't looking, I don't believe that's going to happen. But God is a fair and just God. He's fair and just. These other people around here that's judging people, they ain't fair and just. They go by their instincts and by the letter of their law, but they don't go by the heart. They go by the letter of their law, which a lot of time has no heart in it at all. Because the Constitution was made when they say, what? All men are created equal. All men, so that meant all men and women are created equal. The Constitution says that all men are created equal, but yet and still, today, still, the dark race is not created equal to the white, to the pale faces, to you pale faces. Yeah, that's my Native American jargon. Yeah, you know, the dark race is not equal to you. And until your heart change and you really know about this deal, never will be. Because Satan has your mind and it took your mind and say, hey, you're supreme. You're superior. You are a superior being. Then you got some cat telling you that you come from apes. We didn't come from apes. We came from Adam, who God made made outside of the Garden of Eden, didn't he? I think he made Adam outside of the Garden of Eden. He didn't make him inside the garden. He placed him inside. You know, he didn't make him in the Garden of Eden, but that dirty gap was from outside, and he formed him with the dust and the mist of the earth, which means the water. Okay? And he put him in the garden. He put Eve and Adam in the garden from outside. So you can take it or leave it, really. But I'm going to continue to tell you about the Lord, the whole truth.